Yo, what's up guys, Pepperbelly here, and I'm playing some Warhammer 40k Space Marine on the OnLive game system. Well, it's not a game system, it's a service, but, you know, it's Tefunzo, it's instant gaming. So I rented this game because I didn't have enough money to buy it because I'm saving it for Dead Island, which I ended up renting on Xbox. So I'll be bringing you some gameplay from that as well. But, so I don't really know. I'm going to still buy Dead Island within the OnLive service whenever it comes available because it's been delayed. The developer themselves confirmed it's coming. Just it's going to be a little bit later because they want to perfect it so it works perfectly within the OnLive system, which is hell yes. I don't like crappy ported games, you know, like that. We've already had enough of those. We got some pretty decent games using the OnLive SDK now. But anyway, so I rented it for, I think it was 5-day rental, and since I'm a subscriber of the play pack, I get 30% off, so it was like $4.39 or some shit. I don't really remember. It's cheaper. It's not a big deal, which is pretty cool because I can buy these games for way cheaper, like 34 bucks or something like that. But anyway, that's besides the point. I played it for 4 hours. Like, as soon as I rented it, I was non-stop playing this game, 4 hours, and it was probably the most exhilarating, like, blood freaking thirsty, like, ridiculous game I've ever played. I was obsessed with just like killing shit. This game was so exhilarating for that. You're just like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of, for humanity, I'm going to shit on these orcs and shove my dick and whack them in the face with it and like twist my nipples at the same time. I don't know, and it's really, it's a game that just gets you going hardcore. Now, there's not very many games that are like, you'll be playing it and then you actually get this like aggressive feeling that you just want to fuck up the enemy as badly as you can. You know, like, there's very many games that don't really do that. This game does that very well. Another one I can relate to is Gears of War. You know, Gears of War, it's like you pull out that chainsaw and you cut your teeth and you're like, ugh, fuck yeah, you know, and you're ripping them apart, and it kind of makes people think you're a psycho, but in reality they don't understand, you know, they don't get it. They don't play Gears of War. They're probably just doing pottery in a corner or something with their friggin' romance music in the background or something. I don't know. You know, that's not men's shit. Men play war games. Men play games where you fuck up your enemy and make them bleed out of their ears and face, and you rip them apart with your bare hands. That's a man's game. And Space Marine is definitely a man's game because you just, I mean, look at this. Look at this hammer. This friggin' it's like the gravity hammer from Halo, only 10 times more badass because you're swinging it way faster and you're literally killing the shit out of every orc. And like even the bigger, like massive orcs that are like, they're bigger. Obviously, they can take way more damage, and they can pretty much kill you if you sit around and linger too much, and you just go like, oh, I'm gonna go head to head with them, which I would recommend not doing. I've seen a lot of guys by spectating them on OnLive. They'll be running up to a whole bunch of orcs, and they'll try to like, just those bigger orcs especially, and they'll try to take them on head on. And I see them dying over and over again. It's like, are you kidding me? You need to kill people, or you need to execute orcs to get your health up, and by charging blindly at those bigger ones and hoping to God that you're gonna kill the shit out of them by just bashing them with your friggin' knife or your chainsaw sword or whatever, like, that's not gonna be enough. You're gonna need like a way better tactic, especially if you're not equipped properly. And this gravity, or this hammer here, I don't know exactly what it's called, and I just killed the shit out of that guy. But anyway, this hammer pretty much kills. That's the only weapon I could say you can charge at those bigger orcs and just hammer them away, literally, pun intended. And they can't attack back, and it's actually hilarious because I'm hovering in midair right now because I'm like, I just stole that shaman's abilities and I was able to float in the air just right there for a second. But this hammer has the ability that it's so overpowered actually that it takes away your ability to use your sniper rifle and your grenade launcher thingamabobber. So, see, like, I'm going head to head with this guy right now. What's he gonna do? Nothing. Nothing. He's just gonna take it like a little bitch. See? Like, what's he gonna do? Nothing. Now he's just a giant cloud of blood. Like, you can't stop that shit. Like, come on. You're useless. But, the reason why it's so good is because every time you swing it and it hits something, much like Halo, it has like this little warping effect of gravity, like explosiveness that pops out, and it can stun almost any type of orc that's around you. So if they're like kind of like that, you know, you jump down, you do the whole slam the ground to stun everyone. It's like a concussion grenade going off, kind of, and then you can execute whoever the hell you want. This grenade kind of has it built in. It just does it naturally. It just kind of like, every time you swing, anybody around you gets stunned, they fall back all disoriented and shit, and then you can completely have your way with them. Not in a sexual way, because they're orcs, that'd just be gross, you know, what the fuck, sick people thinking of stuff like that. But, I don't know, this game was quite the friggin' bloody trend. I don't know, I can't really explain any more of that. I heard the online's gonna be coming out maybe a week from now, a month, sometime within this month. The online's supposed to come out for the game. Now I know the online version doesn't have it. I'm pretty sure PC doesn't have it either. I'm not entirely sure. Don't take my word for any of this stuff. I'm not sure if any of them have it actually. Because I've been just reading a lot, hearing a lot. But every time you try to go into the online version, like the online message will pop up and be like, "Oh, sorry, but it's not available yet. Go suck your own dick." You're like, well, that's technically impossible unless you're crazy at like gymnastics or something and you can stretch yourself around. Which even then, I don't feel like working my body to be able to do that, because first of all, I'd feel kind of gay if I was to suck my own dick. And I'm pretty sure it would hurt. And what would happen if I get stuck in that position? Like, when I need help. People are going to like, I'm going to be yelling for help. They're going to come in, they're going to see me in the awkward position of me trying to suck my own dick. But anyway, that was completely unrelated to, I mean, look at this. I can't describe this game. It's like a Gears of War mixed with just a hack and slash. Like when I play it, it feels like I'm playing Gears of War, because it's a third person over the camera angle. It kind of feels the same. You're a big bulky guy. You're taking on a shitload of enemies, but these enemies happen to be orcs, and it kind of has a 300 effect too. If you ever watched 300, it has like that slow motion. Like every time you kill someone, it goes in uber slow mo and it looks really cool. And you're like, fuck yeah, it's sweet. It does that every once in a while. And the thing I like about this game also is it's not just so much as swinging your sword and doing whatever, or swinging whatever weapon you have, like an axe or something. It's basically just, it has like button mashing combos you can perform. So you can either kick the guy in the face, make him fly back. You can curb stomp the ground, make everyone like stunned and fly up around you, and then you can go and take them out however the hell you want. There's like a whole bunch of abilities, and right here I was planning on, I completely messed that up. I thought it was going to like initiate this right here where you ground pound, but I guess it didn't, so I kind of just swung in the air and looked like a retard, but you know, that's okay, because I'm Captain Titus of the Ultramarines. What an awesome name, Ultramarines. As if Marines aren't badass enough, they have to add the word Ultra in front of them and make them like, holy shit, they are Ultramarines. Like, they will fuck you up majorly, even more than any soldier in the world. It's going to be retarded. Plus, they have these armored, man, you see the AI in this game? If you freaking see well, they're called guardsmen, but I don't know why, but I mean, I don't know what they're guarding. They're kind of just in regular army to me, but the guardsmen in this game are freaking puny. Like, they're the size of my guy's leg. Like, it makes you realize, like, holy shit, these guys have been like beefed up on steroids since they were like children or something. They must have been growing beards in the womb and been born with a full-fledged beard and pubic hairs and shit, because like how big they are, they must have been like pumped full of all kinds of shit to make them like this massive and this like strong. Like, this is just, you can't even compare Gears of War to this, because these guys are just fucking crazy. I mean, what kind of person in the entire world can take on this many orcs single-handedly? Now, of course, they have an overpowered hammer, but they have numbers. You know, they have like way more guys to tango with. I can't even like compete. It's kind of ridiculous, but yeah. So Space Marine, definitely try it out. Now, I want to say I played the 360 version, the demo. I didn't actually play the full game or whatever, but the online system, for some reason, this game specifically tends to have a little bit of input lag over the others. I know this when I'm shooting. It's not so much melee, it's just, or looking around. Looking around always seems to be flawless. It's always when you're trying to put in a button command, like right trigger, and then all of a sudden the bullet fires maybe just half a millisecond like slower than it does on the Xbox 360 or PS3 or PC. I've noticed it. It doesn't hamper gameplay whatsoever. I still have like really good sniping abilities in this game. I'm sure a lot of you guys don't have issues. It depends on your internet too. Mine's been a little bit shitty lately. I'm pretty sure you're going to see it right here actually. It's going to start to glitch, I think. Yeah, there. Wait. Yeah. See, you can see it kind of like flickering in and out, glitching, and that's basically my internet taking a dump on my face and laughing at me, saying, "You think you can have cloud gaming be the future? Fuck you." Plus, we're Kojiko. We're kind of gay. You ever heard of Kojiko Internet? I don't like them. I've had them since I was like a kid. I've always been with Kojiko, but they used to have unlimited bandwidth caps, and now they put a cap on because I don't know. They're Kojiko just can suck my dick. Honestly, I want to like just get fiber optics up in this bitch, but too bad we have none in my area. Otherwise, it'd be all over that fiber optics. Like holy shit, that would make OnLive like run flawlessly. But so the input lag, not gameplay hampering at all. I mean, you can still play the game, it still runs good. Don't worry about it. However, if you're really that worried about it, trial the game. You know, you got 30-minute trials. For every game except for Deus Ex, I believe right now, which even Deus Ex, which I said I was going to get some gameplay for, but I couldn't. Well, not that I couldn't, I didn't really have time and how I was going to process it and do whatever. So the Deus Ex gameplay, that'll either come at a later time or I'm not going to do it at all. I know it kind of sounds like, oh, what the hell, you know, you're saying shit and you don't pull through on it, but, you know, there's tons of games coming out. Like I have Dead Island right now. And I got that for 360 because it didn't come out on OnLive because it was delayed. Not because of whatever, just because they wanted to perfect it so it would work like 100% flawless with OnLive. It would look nice, it would perform well. Because every game that's ported over shittily tends to have a little bit lower performance than those that are, you know, use the OnLive SDK and go all out, kind of like you're releasing it as a separate platform, which is what which Deus Ex did. And that game is like, it runs really well on OnLive. Not so much as input lag, because when you're playing on PC, there is a little bit of mouse lag over the local version. I know this because but then again, I'm saying it depends on your internet. Everyone plays differently, but I've always heard every game does handle differently. Like this one has a little bit more input lag than Homefront and Metro 2033 and some other games. So it is the game on some extent, I believe. I'm just taking my experiences and kind of, I mean, why would this game be, you know, on the same internet I'm using, one game would have a little bit more input lag, the other one would have none at all, no noticeable, you know, so I'm pretty sure it is the game to some extent. But Deus Ex, like I said, it runs, especially because I play with an Xbox 360 controller, and I played it on my micro console, I played it on my PC mouse and keyboard. The only thing I can tell that doesn't feel local is using mouse and keyboard. Now, not because movements are laggy or anything, it's just because the mouse kind of has a slight delay, which makes shooting a little bit more whatever. Not unbearable, but just makes it a little bit more challenging, you know. But and then I got it for PC as well because I got sick of waiting for the patch. Now OnLive's been slacking with that as well. So as much as they're releasing all these awesome games in a short amount of time, they're also slacking on trying to update and maintain the games that are already on there, like Deus Ex, which already has its PC patch. And since OnLive is technically the PC version, I'm still waiting for the patch for that on OnLive. Decreases load times significantly, and when I got it for PC and I played with a new patch and everything, I was like freaking out how much better the game looks, how much better it handles, and like how fast the loading times were. It just drew, like I shit my pants. It was such an improvement. I was like, OnLive needs to get this patch, OnLive needs to get their shit together, and if they want to compete within the console market, compete within the PC market especially, they want to compete with anything. Like, I do believe, I've said this countless times, that they are the future of gaming, the convenience, the ability that they have. Now, this is just the beginning, you know, they're still young. It's not like, people tend to think like, well, you know, Xbox was out for a year, look at all the games it had, you know, look how successful that was, or PlayStation was out for a year, you know, people say stuff like that. You gotta realize that this isn't just a new console that's coming out. If OnLive would have made a console, yes, that'd be different, which they did. It's called a micro console, but it's not the same thing. The technology behind it is completely different, and it makes it significantly more challenging to start up a company like this. So I don't blame them, and I understand them. I'm trusting them that as time goes on, because I mean, they've proven to me countless times and to many people that the system works. OnLive works. It's great. I mean, it offers great community features. They have group chat now. It's pretty much like Xbox Live. With added brag clips and stuff. They updated the marketplace. They updated everything, and like just they even lowered the internet requirements you need for it, and they just added all this shit, and it's just continually getting better. And then there's 1080p that's going to be coming out later, and their new internet technology, which is supposed to make this run 10 times better if you get into it, which you can read up on. I suggest going to OnLive Fans and just look up Ditto or whatever. That's what it's called. I think it's distributable input, distributable output, or something like that. It's their new input or their new internet technology that's going to revolutionize the world. It's the fastest internet ever, and they've already done tests on it. It works. And just combining all this together, it's going to make OnLive probably one of the greatest gameplay or gaming system services out there, and no one will be able to compete with it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to rate the video, comment if you have any comments on the video, and please subscribe if you want to see more like this in the future. Take care, guys.